Today, I'd like to talk about the fruit set of Durian. I'm Japanese and I live in Japan now, but I used to stay in Thailand. At that time, uh, I was working at Japan International Research Center for Agricultural Science and was joined with the international uh, collaborate research with SOFRI and then Chantaburi Horticulture Research Center in Thailand. But I always stay in Thailand, so my experience is most from the Thailand. Uh, at that project, we were study about development of technology, how produce the high quality fruit, and how improve the management orchard in durian and mangosteen. In today's presentation, I'd like to share some data from this project. So I'm going to divide my presentation into three parts. First, I talk about brief information of durian market in the world. And second, fruit set behavior of durian in natural condition. And third, I focus on the effect of temperature on fruit set in durian. First, I'm going to talk about brief information of durian market and production. Durian becoming popular fruit in the world, and the popularity has increased rapidly in recent years. In China, in 2021, fresh durian imports rose 42.7% year-on-year to 801,000 tons, and the import value rose about 82% to 4.205 billion. Thailand produced about 1.19 million tons in 2021, which about 2.5 times of 2019. Even in Japan, we import the import amount of durian has been increased 3.5 times of 5 years ago. Last week, I also see some one durian fruit. Last month, my student bought one durian fruit from the supermarket. It about 5,000 yen. It's about $35. It's very expensive, but many people are interested in durian fruits in Japan. So such an increasing of durian market is supported by development of agricultural technique to manage orchard. This picture is a commercial orchard in Thailand, but it is very traditional style. The tree is very high. It's about 50 years old age of durian. It's very old durian trees, but those still produce very good quality fruits. However, the agriculture techniques for tropical fruit tree cultivation is developing rapidly in Southeast Asian countries because those very big, very high, very big durian trees is difficult to manage, such as pesticide or spraying pesticide or fruit harvesting or hand pollination is very difficult. And they also hanging up these branches to prevent from the breaking down these main branches. But people have to climb up on the top of the trees is very dangerous and requires high skill working experience. Therefore, the development low tree height cultivation is focused on in durian growers in many countries. I think not only Thailand. In the morning session, I see some low height durian trees from Vietnam pictures. So this is about 5 years old durian trees. Then we try to cut the main trunk in about 3.5 meters and then train low tree height. And this is about 10 years old durian trees. It still keep of course we need to pruning and maintenance every year, but keep the low tree height like this. Such a low tree height, lower trees is low tree height training system accelerated the improvement of agricultural practices such as hand pollination or off-season production to support those management increased fruit quality and yield. Off-season fruit production in durian is already popular management for the durian growers. They spray paclobutrazole like a mango production, off-season mango production, which is a plant growth regulator to induce flower bud. Is popular practice for durian growers to produce off-season fruits. So if the tree is very high, it is difficult to spray for the paclobutrazole, but this is not very high, so he can easily to spray all the trees, hold the trees. And also hand pollination is also common practice to improve fruit set and quality. If the pollination is not enough, fruit shape is irregular like this, and then this kind of small fruit is not get a good price, and they send to only the local market with cheaper price. So growers want to produce like this kind of shape, and then with a good pollination. Next, I would like to talk about the fruiting behavior of durian in natural condition. This graph showing temperature and rainfall in Chantaburi province in Thailand. I calculate from 5 years average data. The rainy season usually starts from the end of April and lasting until October. So the November, December, January, and February, and March is a dry season. Flower bud initiation is usually occurs during the November or December, and flowering in January. Flower initiation November, December, and flowering January. And these flowers can harvest about April or beginning of May harvest season. But if you want to have a off-season fruit, you will spray paclobutrazole during August or September, and then you can see the flowering during November or December. and then harvest maybe in March. So this will be a very high price. They can sell the high price. So any situation, the flowering is occurred during the drying season. Dry season is usually the lower temperature, minimum temperature is dropping. The cooler season compared with other season, the lowest minimum temperature is drop about this average in average about 20 degrees Celsius. So I will share my pictures about the flower development and the morphology of inside the flowers. The first stage of durian flower bud is whitish green, pale green color with granular shape like this. And Thai people, local in the local language, they call the fish egg stage because this look like a small fish egg. Inside this flower, they are dome-like stage, and then just the beginning of the initiate the flower bud. The duration of fish egg stages depend on the environment condition, or rainy or temperature. But if you spray paclobutrazole, this fish egg stage continue about 1 week or 10 days, and then after that they move to next stage. It's called mouse leg stage. Look like a mouse leg. And inside this flower bud, the morphological development is we can see this is a carpel, and this is calyx. This is calyx, and this is petal primordia, and this is stamen primordia, like this. And then after 1 week from the mouse leg stage, this is a crab eye stage. This is look like an eye of the crabs. Inside this flower, the carpel formation stage. And then after that, about 2 weeks after the crab eye stage, there is a wild eggplant stage. This is from the local name from Thailand. So the stamen is developed in the microspore mother cell inside the anther, and then inside the carpel they develop start of the beginning of the megaspore mother cell stage in here. And then after 1 week of this, the young pollen grain, we can see the young pollen grains, and then also the ovule development. And after 1 week from this stage, the flowering stage. In the flowering stage, the pollen grains is completed, and also the ovules also completed. Totally, it takes about 40 days from the fish egg stage until flowering. Then flowers start opening from the evening of 6 p.m., about 6 p.m. And then flower open during the midnight, and then the morning, the petals and then stamen is fall down at the early morning. So let's see the inside of this flowering stage morphology in the next stage. Next slide. This picture shows the ovary of section. I made a section of the ovary of durian. It already looked like a durian fruit, small durian fruit. This is spine in here, and then this is ovule, but it develop into a seed and then and ovule. So this is the date of flowering stage. The ovule is they one ovule have embryo sac inside. This space is embryo sac, and then inside the embryo sac there's 8 nuclei inside. And after 7 days after the anthesis, if the pollination and the fertilization successfully completed, the endosperm nuclei development, we can see the endosperm nuclei like this. So this is a normal development of the ovule in durian. However, some ovules are deformed, or it's abnormal morphology, or some ovules is degenerated, it's shrunken of the cells, so it stopped the development. So usually the one locule has 6 to 8 ovules inside. In one space, they at the beginning, it usually have 6 to 8 ovules inside, but normal development maybe 3 or 4 into the seed, and others stop development. So the hand pollination and then ensure the pollen put in the female organs is very important to increase the seed formation. This is a graph shows a comparison of embryo sac development within the 3 commercial variety of Thailand. So Cheney and Gradunton has normal ovary about 80%, but Monton is only 50% for normal development of the ovary. Because I think the Monton is usually the seed is flattened and not fertile. So I think because of the seed formation is not seed of such a because Monton small seed is small and then many of them are not fertile. So the characteristic of the development of embryo sac and the seed formation is something relationship already start from the fertilization for the Monton, I think. Along with the embryo sac development, important events for the fruit set is pollen tube elongation. In durian, many varieties are self-incompatible, but it is known that pollen germination is not inhibited by the self-pollen. Even the self-pollination, the pollen tube can elongate into the ovary. It's not different from the cross-pollination and the self-pollination. Same. So in durian, it takes about 2 days or 3 days to reach the pollen tube into the ovary. So now I want to move to third section, effect of temperature on fruit set. As we in the morning session, Dr. Chuo from Taiwan also mentioned about the low temperature sometimes effect on the mango fruit setting. I also interested in the effect of low temperature for durian fruit setting. Durian flowers at night time. I already mentioned about the flowering habit of durian in the dry season. But the dry season is usually cool temperature than the other season. Sometimes the November or December, this graph I take from the durian orchard temperature from the durian orchard, and sometimes they dropped on very low temperature, about 15 degrees Celsius. Some days it's lower than 15 degrees Celsius in the midnight. So flowers are usually sensitive to the low temperatures. So I think we have to understand how the effect of low temperature on the fruit setting. After this low temperature duration, all the parts of the flowers fall down. Not only the petal and the stamen, all the parts of the flower drop like this. So this effect is very serious for the harvest or production. To confirm the effect of temperature, I made equipment, special equipment like this. Even we developed we success to make it low tree height durian trees, but still impossible. We put in durian trees into the growth chamber. So I made a mobile incubator like this. This small box have some device like this, and then we can control the temperature inside this box. So close the lid tightly like this, and then switch on this device, and then control the temperature inside the box. So I set about 25 degrees Celsius inside here, and then 15 degrees Celsius inside here, and then control the temperature only the nighttime. Daytime, I open the lid of the box like this, and then expose to the normal temperature during the daytime. And then maybe honeybee or some insect can visit this flower. I don't know if they come or not. Anyway, this is a flowers taken from the control devices boxes. Flower exposed to the 15 degrees Celsius is quite smaller than the 25 degrees Celsius. This 1 hour exposing to those temperatures, the size of flower is not different, but after 24 hours, it means 12 hours of nighttime and 12 hours of daytime. After 1 day, the pistil and then stamen length is significantly shortened. And I also wanted to know that the effect of evening temperature on the pollen germination. I picked some flowers on the 3 o'clock in the daytime, and then put into the water and put in the incubator, set up 15, 20, 25, and 30 degrees Celsius. So I compare two varieties, Chani and Monton. Especially in Monton, the low temperature affect the pollen germination. Very, very strong effect for the Monton compared with Chani. 15 and 20 degrees Celsius pollen germination was not enough for the pollination. The better condition for flower opening is 25 or 30 degrees Celsius. I just put in the box 4 hours, start from 3 o'clock I picked the flowers at 3 o'clock in the daytime, and then 4 o'clock in the evening, I put in this incubator. And until 7 in the night, I take off the flowers from the incubator and check germination. So low temperature, about 20 degrees Celsius, also not good for pollen deficiency. So this is no. I used to. This is another experiment. I collect the normal pollen and then put in the agar media and check the pollen germination effect of the temperature of pollen germination. So the it depends on this year 2007 and 2008. I continued 2 years. The results is different between 2 years, but anyway, we can say that 20 and 25 degrees Celsius, the good temperature condition for pollen germination for durian. And also pollen germination, pollen tube elongation into the stigma, also in the style, is also affected by the temperature. This is 15 degrees Celsius, is very slow for the pollen tube elongation. This good condition is 20 degrees Celsius or 25 or 30 is a good elongation. But high temperature 35 or 10 degrees Celsius is not good for pollen tube elongation. So this picture is the so now I want to explain about ovule development affected by the temperature condition. This picture shows the starch grain distribution of the ovary wall, and then this at anthesis, both temperature 15 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees Celsius, rich of the pollen grain. This black one is starch grain, rich of the starch grain. But 7 days after anthesis, in a 25 degrees Celsius, there's reduced the starch grain. It means the ovary use the starch grains for development of the for development or fruit setting. They use they use the starch grains. But 15 degrees Celsius, they still have many starch grain in the ovary cell. I think this may be explained by insufficient respiration in the low temperature. So the morphology of the ovary after 7 days after anthesis in the 15 degrees Celsius is stopped at the mature stage, and then I couldn't see the endosperm nucleus stage. Endosperm nucleus stage is observed only after the fertilization. Successfully pollen tube reached into the embryo sac, and then fertilization occurred. We should see the endosperm nuclei division. But in the 15 degrees Celsius, we couldn't see it. Only the 25 degrees Celsius, we can see, I could observe the endosperm nuclei division. It means that 15 degrees Celsius, the fertilization was not occurred. I think this may be the explain low fruit, poor fruit setting of injury low under the low temperature. So this data is a fruit set effect of temperature on fruit set. So I compare with Chani and Monton. Treatment was continued only 1 week from the anthesis. After that, I take off this box, but the flowers exposed to 15 degrees Celsius, the flower dropping, and then after 21 days after pollination, it's 0% for the fruit setting in Monton. but cherry is still have on the tree. Fruit setting is same level with 25 degrees Celsius and then 15 degrees Celsius. So I can say that I think we can say that cherry variety is more stronger for the more tolerance for the lower temperature compared with monton. So I want to summarize the main finding of this study. The first, low air temperature at night causes poor fruit set. Predicted fruiting failure will occur when the flowers exposed to low air temperature of 15 degrees Celsius for 7 nights. The percentage of normal embryo sac formation in monton is usually lower than other varieties, such as Chani and Gradmouton. This may accelerate fruit set failure when air temperature is low at night. Third, the effects of low air temperatures on production of durian fruits should be considered in conjunction with selecting variety. We have to think more about what kind of variety we should plant. So that is all my presentation. I'd like to acknowledge people who work with us on this project in JW Horticulture Research Center and JUCAS. Thank you for your attention.